Okay, so probably our coldest morning of the year at the moment. Probably 7 or 8 degrees out here, hence the big jacket. Working on a retreat caravan today, 21 footer. Putting a 2 kilowatt MZ in there, and I'll flick the camera around and show you it. So it's a decent sized van, and I'll show you how we're going to do it. So here's the van. So going to locate the tank, checker plate cover on the front here, and the heater is going to go under the bed. I've just been locating the hole for that. So we're going to wander in. Nice design, this one. I like the black and the leather look. So there's the hole down there. You can see the drill. Locate the heater down there and blow straight down here. Would have been nice to get it out the front here, get it located at the front, but the water tank just finishes just in front of this gap here. So the gap between tanks didn't allow it, so it's just going to mean losing a bit more storage space. So that's our hole. I'll drop this heater in now and we'll see how she looks. There we go, that's a starting point. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a bit of storage space just through that needing to duct out, but not much else you can do. It's the only space available. So this is what we got underneath. That's the hole coming through. I had hoped to put it in between those water tanks, save the storage, but it just didn't quite work. So we're going to run the exhaust out that way, air intake this way, and fuel line probably put it on the chassis rail just over there. But we'll see how it all works out.
Take a walk on the wild side.
Here we go. So air intake, tuck it up there, exhaust run to that side. I always leave about a metre of this pump wire, and it was just enough to reach today. A little bit of creative tying up to make sure it doesn't touch on the exhaust at any point, otherwise it'll burn straight through. Then down to the pump, and we're just going to run the fuel line along here up to the tank, which is going to be mounted up there. As always, the trick with mounting this cover is to make sure you leave yourself enough room at the bottom to get your drill through and get your holes in. Don't make it too hard for yourself. So it's going to go somewhere in there. Just got to make sure I leave enough space. So there's a couple of different ways you can go about mounting this tank and cover. This time I'm going to put the base plate on first. Then I'm going to grab the tank, step back a bit, locate it with some Tech screws, and then remove the Tech screws and put the nuts and bolts in, and then remove the screws here and put the cover back over. So that seems to be the best way, and allows me room to get the drill in down the bottom there, because it's not right up tight against the side of the stone guard. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, I'm rambling. All right, so that's all squared away. Thought it'd just be easier to have all the fittings that come out in this gas area rather than in a storage area where they can get caught on things. So that's neat and tidy. It's going to suck a bit of fuel through, then we'll do the electrics. So these are the batteries on the driver's side, and everything goes through this shunt. So we just need to make sure we wire it so that the shunt recognises that the diesel heater is pulling power. Alright, you can see the shunt in there. I've just connected into that. Negative goes to the shunt, positive to the positive terminal, and I've just got the heater starting up now. Just hear the pump ticking. It'll probably run through this time and fail a couple of times, then the next time it should start the second or third time through. So you can hear the heater running. If you look at the controller, you see the little yellow flame telling you that it has combustion, but experience tells me
Startup failure.
that's what'll happen. So we'll let it run down, and obviously didn't get enough fuel. Let it run itself out, then we'll start it again. I'll work on the second time through. In terms of locating the hole, normally I'd put it dead center of this area here, this passageway, but just given the heater's a little bit over, I think we'll put it over here. That way we can save a bit of storage and maximise what these guys can use as they travel. And there we have it, up and running. Tuck those cables down that little section down there so they can store over the rest. And it's about the only place we could put the controller. It's not ideal because you can't really see it that well. It would have been nice to put it up here, but would have meant drilling through some fabric, so we said no to that. Yeah, so that's another job done. The retreat.